Bonsoir à tous, et bienvenue dans une nouvelle vidéo dédiée à l'horreur du 911. Comme dans les précédents épisodes de cette série, nous allons écouter de vrais appels passés à ce numéro d'urgence, dans de terribles circonstances. N'oubliez pas que ces appels peuvent être choquants et heurter les âmes sensibles et les plus jeunes. Vous voilà prévenus. Prêts à les découvrir? C'est parti. Joseph Parker, 45 ans, et sa femme Samantha Parker étaient un couple qui vivait à Springfield, au Tennessee. Joseph était décrit par ses voisins comme étant quelqu'un de très austère, qui restait dans son coin et n'interagissait que rarement avec les autres. Il avait la réputation de ne pas être amical, même s'il passait beaucoup de temps à l'extérieur pour travailler sur sa voiture. Sa femme Samantha était encore plus discrète que lui, et les voisins ne la voyaient quasiment jamais. Leur relation semblait cependant bonne, et leur entourage n'avait jamais rien constaté de suspect. C'est pour cela que personne n'aurait imaginé la terrible tragédie qui s'est produite le 7 novembre 2014. Cette nuit-là, vers 2h30, Joseph Parker a appelé le 911 pour les informer de l'horreur qu'il avait commise.
911 location of your emergency.
Yeah, 246 Clydesdale Lane.
In Springfield?
Lydesdale.
You're in Springfield?
Yeah, Springfield, Tennessee. It's right behind Oakland Farms.
Okay, what's going on?
Alright, this is what's happened. I've been married 12 years. On the 4th, which would have been 2 nights ago at 4 a.m., I shot my wife in the temple of her head. I thought I killed her. And I put her in the freezer out in the garage. Well, I checked on her tonight, and she's not dead. She's got a big hole in the temple of her head. And to get her body moved around in there, I think I broke her wrist. You know, she was frozen from being in the thing. She's been in this thing 48 hours now. This is no prank call. I need somebody to get out there and help her. I've cleared the premises. I've got away. You know, I'm not going to be there. But I promise you this is a legit call, and I need somebody to get out there and help her, because I still love her. It's hard to believe that after that, you know, but, you know, I need to get somebody out there to help her.
Okay, what happened that caused you to do that?
It's a long story. Don't want to get into it. Just want to get into getting somebody out there to help her. I left the front door open. I left all the lights on in the house, so it would be kind of easy to spot. It's the last house on the right on Clydesdale Lane. But I left the front door open. She's in the garage. You go through the kitchen to get into the garage, and you'll see her once you get in the garage. And she's a mess. She can't talk. I just get her to blink. Blink once means yes. Blink twice means no. And so I told her I'm going around the road 10, 15 miles. I'm going to call 911 and get you some help out here. I thought she'd been dead 2 days, and when I checked on her, she was still alive. She's been frozen for 2 days. She's frozen solid. It's amazing she's still alive. She's got a big hole in the temple of her head. I shot her with a .38 caliber handgun, and there's a big hole in the temple of her head. I didn't see an exit one.
What is her name?
Samantha Parker.
she a white female?
Yes.
How old is she?
43 years old.
And how long ago did you leave there?
An hour ago.
And that's the last time you saw her?
Yes, that's the last time I saw her.
And she was still in the garage?
Yes, she's still in the garage. I made her as comfortable as I could make her. She tried to drink a little water. Couldn't talk, couldn't move her jaw. She's in bad shape. Really need to get somebody out there to help her.
And the address is 246 Clydesdale Lane?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is your name?
My name is Joe. I'll just leave it at that. Don't want to get arrested tonight and all that. So we don't have a history of domestic disputes. We've never had to call police and nothing. We just had a real bad night a couple of nights ago. Just waving the gun around. Got myself in trouble. So anyway, really need somebody to get out there and help her.
Okay, we'll send somebody out there to her.
Yeah, I mean, it's like urgent. I think she's dying. She got a big hole where the temple of your head is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So please, I love her. I still love her. I've loved her every day I've been married to her. That is a rough stretch here. Anyway, checked on her and she's still alive. And now I want to get her somebody to help her that knows what they're doing. And I got to stay out of trouble too. So.
Okay, we'll send somebody out there.
All right, what was your first name?
I'm not going to give you my name, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, make a note on there. I left the front door open and all the lights are on. You go to the garage, you can't yell for you. You can't yell. But you go to the garage, that's where you'll see her once you get to the garage.
Okay, we'll send somebody out there.
If she needs, paramedics, she needs everything. She needs an ambulance. She needs trauma. She's trauma. She's a trauma base. She might need a helicopter. So please get somebody to her.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Après l'appel, Joseph a fui dans son véhicule. Il a immédiatement été placé dans la liste des 10 personnes les plus recherchées de l'État, et des recherches massives ont été lancées pour le retrouver et l'arrêter. Après avoir suivi plusieurs pistes n'ayant mené à rien, la police a finalement repéré ce qui semblait être le véhicule de Joseph, une Toyota blanche, sur une autoroute. Des voitures de police l'ont suivi de loin, et réalisant qu'il avait été retrouvé, Joseph a accéléré, essayant de les semer, en vain. Les agents de police ont réussi à l'encercler 80 km plus loin. Joseph s'est alors arrêté, a sorti son arme et a mis fin à ses jours. Lorsque la maison du couple a été fouillée, la police a découvert qu'elle avait été méticuleusement nettoyée, ce qui pourrait indiquer que l'acte de Joseph avait été prémédité. En retrouvant le corps de Samantha, ils ont également découvert qu'il aurait été impossible de la sauver. Elle était bel et bien décédée depuis plusieurs jours. La vaine tentative de Joseph de sauver sa femme n'était donc qu'illusoire et arrivait bien trop tard. Soit il avait menti à l'opératrice lorsqu'il lui a dit que Samantha était vivante et avait besoin d'aide, soit il avait imaginé toute la scène, ne voulant pas affronter la réalité de ce qu'il avait fait. On ne saura jamais ce qui s'est réellement passé ce soir-là, ni les raisons qui l'ont poussé à commettre un acte aussi horrible. C'était le 2 octobre 2018, à Perkins Township, dans l'Ohio, à 2h40 du matin. Une jeune femme qui a souhaité garder l'anonymat était chez elle avec son petit ami, son petit frère et sa petite sœur. Elle était dans sa chambre et son frère était dans le salon, lorsqu'elle a brusquement entendu des voix qu'elle ne reconnaissait pas lui parler. Son petit ami, qui était dans la chambre avec elle, est allé voir ce qui se passait. En arrivant dans le salon, il a été accueilli par 2 cambrioleurs armés qui avaient réussi à s'introduire chez eux. Ils les ont tenus en joue et ont exigé de l'argent. La jeune femme dans la chambre, qui a pu entendre ce qui se passait, s'est précipitamment cachée sous le lit et essayant de ne pas se faire remarquer, elle a appelé le 911.
911, where's your emergency?
Campbell Street. I'm being robbed at gunpoint. Please hurry.
105.
Hurry.
Who's robbing you?
Lay down right now.
A whole bunch of people.
Ma'am, how many people are there? Ma'am, can you talk to me? Ma'am? Hello, ma'am? Hello, ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am, are they still there?
Yes.
How
And
many?
my brother.
How many?
There's two.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell what they look
One.
like?
One's black, but I can't see them because I'm under the...
Okay. Okay.
My little sister's here. Please hurry. Please hurry.
They're on the way, okay? You said you're upstairs?
No.
Okay. Okay, you're under a bed?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You don't have to talk if you can't. Affirmative.
Hurry.
Okay. Okay. They're coming.
They have my brother's hostage.
Okay. How many of you are in the house? It's you and your brother?
Now, hurry. Taking them away.
Oh. Okay. What's your name?
Please hurry.
Okay. They're coming. They're coming.
Oh my God.
What's your brother's name?
They're threatening them outside. They're yelling.
Okay.
Did you get my address?
I got it.
They wanted money. They were looking for money.
Okay. Okay. And it was just you and your brother, Debbie?
And I have my boyfriend and my brother outside.
Where's your little sister?
She's in her room.
Okay. Do you know if she's safe?
I think she is, because I haven't heard her and she'd be loud and screaming or something.
Okay. All right. Were any shots fired?
Shh. Oh my God, they're trashing my house. They're taking my TV.
Okay. Okay. There's officers there, okay?
Debbie. Hurry.
They're outside, Debbie. They're gonna come in and get you, okay? They're there.
Hello?
I'm here.
I don't hear anything.
Okay. There. Do you know who they are at all?
I hear them yelling. I hear
Okay.
the lights. I hear them yelling.
Okay. Okay. Were they wearing masks?
I didn't see them because I was hiding under my bed as soon as my brother was sleeping in the living room.
Okay.
And they came in and they were talking to him, and so I got time to go under the bed.
Okay. Okay.
But I could tell by his voice that I'm pretty sure he was a black guy and a white guy. Just from their tone of voice.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. The officers are there with you, okay? Stay where you are. Don't move.
Get in under the bed now. You don't. You just got robbed. I called too. I'm talking to them.
Do you have your sister with you? Is that your sister?
Yeah.
Okay, keep her there with you. Keep her there with you, okay?
I'm talking to them. See? Okay. Yeah?
Okay, keep her there with you and don't move. Stay under there, okay?
Why? Why did this happen?
I know. I know. I know.
I don't know. I don't think so. No, don't move. Just don't go out there. They have guns now. No. I've never seen them. I've heard their voices in my life.
You did so good, okay? The officers are there, okay?
Okay.
All right. You did so good.
I'm gonna throw up.
That's okay. I know.
Lorsque les policiers sont arrivés sur les lieux, ils ont surpris les cambrioleurs en flagrant délit. Ils ont immédiatement arrêté le premier, du nom de Robert Walton, mais le second, Fenslate, est parvenu à s'enfuir. Plusieurs heures plus tard, la police a réussi à le retrouver alors qu'il essayait de récupérer sa voiture, et il a également été arrêté. Les deux ont été jugés et ont été condamnés à 7 ans de prison. Voilà, c'est la fin de cette vidéo. N'hésitez pas à me laisser vos ressentis sur ces horribles affaires en commentaire, et je vous retrouve très vite pour une nouvelle vidéo. À bientôt.